Meet Bruno Borges, a 24 years old philosophy student from Brazil. What to know about Bruno is that he was a very smart student and who was so kind and very calm. He had an eagerness to read, so of course he excelled at his studies. But in his story, this did not end so well, especially that he was kidnapped or he disappeared on purpose. Dealing with philosophy, we all know that it revolves around plenty of sciences at the same time, and theories and principles around existentialism and the purpose of life. And that was what concerned Bruno, that he developed this sense of reading that reached an extreme, that he no longer found time to sit with even his family. After a while, Bruno exhibited an ambition that was pretty promising, of which he told his mother and some of his friends, saying that what he's going to come up with is going to change the future of the whole humanity. Not in the sense that he's gonna come up with an invention or something in that sort, but his efforts are going to yield a theory that will change the course of life. The reading got even intensified, and his room was totally forbidden to be entered by even his family members. And after a while, he started asking for money from his parents, but the amounts were mounting that his mother asked him to look for a sponsor for his project, but he refuted in a very weird way, insisting that no one should know about this project. The days went along, and Bruno showed his mother a part of his project, which was some sort of 14 books written by him in a language that was not really comprehended and needs to be deciphered. He also showed some of those books to one of his friends, and they were literally fascinated by the amount of the knowledge and the amount of the effort that he had put in those books. Of course, any information here is translated from his mother tongue to English, so the reliance here is not really a strong one. The events of the story went on when his family got out of the house for some sort of a trip lasting for some days, and he was left alone in the house. And when Bruno's family returned, there was no Bruno left in the house. They naturally headed to his room and they tried to open the locked room, and they did manage to open it. They found this. As you can see, it was quite creepy, with a statue standing in the middle of the room that apparently was bought by a very high price. The walls contained very weird symbols and language, sort of letters from plenty of languages like English, Arabic, numbers, etc. And the books put on the chamber, as you can see. The statue in the middle was surrounded by a circle of some sort, which definitely marks a witchcraft bell. Just tell me, what would you feel like entering one of your rooms in the house and you find this? I would definitely freak out. Really shook and afraid of the sight of the room. The parents, of course, afraid for their son mostly, started searching and started the investigating, of course seeking help from the police, who themselves found in some of the footages in the area this, as you can see, Bruno running by himself, not forced to something. And then, as the police learned, he's got into a taxi that took him to a motel in the area as well. When the taxi driver was questioned, "Where is Bruno?" he said that he dropped him in the motel area and that all he knows. As you can see, the motel is situated in a place where there is a forest as well, not in the sense that the forest is creepy or something, but Bruno apparently was seen running inside the forest by some of the motel's workers, and when the searching started to dig in that, what you see was found 4 white chairs with a red one with a dead fireplace, of course after having executed some sort of witchcraft. And when the news was spread pretty much everywhere, a lady showed up to the police station to deliver what she knows about the case of the young man Bruno. Apparently she was a tailor, and Bruno showed up asking her to sew for him some sort of cloaks, as you can see, which do not really give a religious vibe, but on the contrary, such cloaks or outfits or whatever used to be worn by people of some sort of tribes of Satanism and the Illuminati, etc. The police, after learning and seeing plenty of footages of that source, came to the decision that Bruno was not really kidnapped, but he was gone by his own will, along to the photo that you can see of Bruno with an alien, confirming his efforts about existentialism and who is living with us in this universe. For non-Muslims, people think that whatever entity that lives with us that is not seen or that is different than us in any way is just an alien. But we know very well what is that. Bruno managed with his efforts to contact some spirits. In return, used his effort and his intelligence. Of course, he joined them in the whatever area of existence. What is more shocking in this story is that after a while, and with the police implicitly investigating still in the story, this kind of message appeared in the YouTube channel of Bruno himself. In the description itself of this video, the language is not really a language that we know. Everything about this guy is so coded and needs to be deciphered, and I think this is the stupid step. It's like you're leaving traces to people that we'll never find. Anyways, the comments translated somehow into the following:
I am safe, I am somewhere safe from evil, and I am belonging where I wanted to belong.
Nothing else surfaced until today about this case, and Bruno's case is one of the cases that is highly controversial and very bizarre. And one thing to extract from his story is that sometimes knowing so much is harmful. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe for future videos of this sort. I have got plenty in mind. Thank you so much and see you next time.